welcome back to my channel, and this is Life with Joe. I'm so excited to finally bring you my number 10 of my dating app world situations. I finally decided that I will be presenting to you my number 10. I know it's been highly anticipated, and so I am just happy to share with you what happened with that number 10 story. Before I get into that video though, I want to thank you all for watching so far. Thank you for getting me to 1K subscribers. And please don't forget to turn on your notifications, like this video, hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. As I said, please comment on this video if you like the content, and share it with a friend so that they can come watch more videos and watch more and stay tuned for more and more and more and more and more. So let's get into it. So how it started. So I was on POF, which is one of the probably third dating apps or second dating apps that I've joined a couple years ago, and met this guy and thought, you know, we hit it off pretty well, as I normally think. And I was in the season of wanting to be in a relationship, and long story short, we hit it off, and he told me that he was not seeing anyone, not seeing anyone serious, and he was definitely not in a relationship, and he wanted to pursue a relationship with me. And I believed him because he was very convincing, and you know, he played the part of being nice and doing everything that, you know, he's supposed to do in the early stages. I've been out of dating for a while, so this was the first serious dating situation that I was in after being single for about 5 years. And by single, I mean I was not in any relationship or entertaining anybody seriously. So anyways, we got to, and I wouldn't say we got to dating, we got right into a relationship, which yes, is not the right or the best thing to do. So if you're out there and doing that, you need to stop. Anyways, got into this thing with this guy and everything was going well, until 3 months in, I noticed something started to change and something started to surface where I started to wonder if he was in a relationship with someone else. He continued to feed into lies, and I couldn't see him when I wanted him to. My birthday come around, I noticed that I wasn't getting the treatment that I expected, and he was just always being shady, and he was just always being, you know, not forthcoming with information or not forthcoming with just the way that he was behaving. I met his mother, I met his father, I'm always at his job, met his co-workers, met lots of friends and everything. So homegirl thought I was in his space, and I was the main girl. His birthday come around, I realized that I was not seeing him. He would lie about things, he would lie about going on trips. I would see status updates of him gallivanting elsewhere, of him going out. He'd never take me anywhere, he'd never do anything with me, yet I was all up in his family, all up in his friends and everything, which I found very suspicious. As I said, birthdays came around, and that's when I knew something was definitely off with him. On sometime in September or August, I think early September, his girlfriend's birthday came up, and apparently he forgot to block me from his status, and he ranted off with some posts about his girlfriend of 5 years. No, I know you can imagine the shock that I was in, because we were like 9 or 10 months into this thing, and I was just completely blown away by all of this. I confronted him about it, and he played it off and saying, oh, this is just someone he used to talk to. Can't believe someone buy that. Someone he just used to talk to, and not someone that he's talking to now. And she's done a lot for him, and yeah, pretty much, yeah. After saying that this is somebody that did a lot for him, and basically it was just an opportunity, and he was basically saying he had to show his appreciation by making these posts. Of course, I never believed it, but I really checked for this guy, and so I said, all right, maybe he could be telling the truth. Yeah, that's what I told myself. Anyways, things started to go downhill after that, because my paranoia kicking now, because I feel like you've been lying to me, and I finally caught on to part of the lie. Mother denying, father denying, knowing this girl and everything, and they were not able to see the status either because he blocked them. But the Lord said that I should have seen the status, so I saw it. Anyways, obviously that was not enough for me. I sticked around September, October, November, December, January. I was still in it. I was still in it, kicking and screaming, because I was completely unhappy, completely complaining about his treatment, his behavior, his lies, the things that didn't add up. Until eventually I followed my gut instinct and definitely found out that he really was in another relationship. And let me tell you how I found that out. So how I found out was pretty simple. It was a Sunday. I was looking for an apartment at the time, and I decided that I was looking for something in a certain area, and I decided I was driving around in that area with the Sunday cleaner and getting, back and forth, trying to get, looking at different places. I happened to be in this particular area that I had dropped him off a couple times, and I decided I was going to look for the place that I normally drop him off. Went to that place and found the house that I saw him posting in one of his status posts, and I took matters into my own hands. Lo and behold, drove down into the little street, saw the girl hanging out close on the line. You want to see me like detective? I drive down in the people avenue with my window wind up, and me a record, and I see the girl hang out close on the line. Couldn't tell if it was his clothes, her clothes, or them clothes, or sheet or whatever, but I saw them. So after seeing all of this now, I was definitely convinced, and I decided that I was going to stay there until he got home. Well, I decided I was going to stay there until he returned. Was calling him, he wasn't answering the phone, because he and I had kicked off the morning before, because of some lies again. And I decided I was going to stay there and wait. Went on another street, didn't see that he drove another route, went back home. When I decided to go back around there, I saw his car. He has two vehicles, and I saw the two vehicles parked up at his home. Anyways, went there, waited, called him, texted him, he wasn't answering. He finally decided that he was going to come outside, and he saw the vehicle. I don't know if he saw the text, but he saw the vehicle, and this young man take up big stone, like him want to lick in my car. So I'm thinking this cannot be real, because this cannot be the same person that I've been lying with for the past 12 months, taking up big stone for throw off of my car. This must be a joke. So of course, I completely freaked out. I was talking on the phone with someone at the time, and they said you need to leave because you don't know what that situation is going to bring to you. And so I left. The truth of the matter is, you just don't know when you're going to find yourself in these situations, because after that, he blocked me, and his parents were acting like they don't know this person. When I told them about the situation, it was like new to them, and I was just really, really, really hurt and really disappointed in him and disappointed in myself for staying so long, even though I saw the signs, I saw the images, I saw this, but I wanted to be convinced. And I realized that a lot of women try to be convinced about a situation. They've been shown and they've been given all the information, or most of the information that can help them to make an informed decision, and they still act like they are not seeing it, or they're blind to it, or they're waiting for something else to happen. Listen, that situation on that day could have gone down any which way, and it could have been my death, because this young man picked up stone and then proceeded to tell his mom that he picked up the stone to scare me off because he knew. Then he said, oh, he picked up the stone because he was going over to a friend and whatever. But that's not true. He picked up the stone, yes, to scare me off, and he picked up the stone, yes, to intimidate me. And yes, he picked up the stone maybe with the intention to do something more to it. I will never know, and I'm happy that I did not have to find out what the real reason was that he took up that stone. But I'm telling you, see, that part was the part that took me out, because this is somebody that I was sleeping with, I was sharing my body with, I was sharing my mind with, I was sharing everything with, and it turned out to be a lie. He was in a relationship with this girl for 5 years. 5 years they were living together, and though they didn't have any kids, they were sharing things together, they were sharing everything together. And so I was a side girl and didn't even know, thinking that I was main girl, knowing mother, knowing father, knowing friends, knowing work, being so heavily involved in this. And it is just one thing, he was just using me for the opportunities that came up. Whilst I didn't spend any money on him, whilst I didn't buy him anything, whilst we didn't have that, it still was using emotionally. It was emotional abuse, because you could have told me that you were in a relationship before. Yes, you admit that if you did tell me that, I would not have gone into anything with you, but you still could have told me, right? There were red flags and there were signs that I ignored, and we all have ignored it. I've definitely learned my lesson from that story, and I just hope that this story gives you some hope for your situation that you're in, that you need to get out. You need to stop ignoring the signs, stop collecting the red flags, and get out as soon as is possible. It definitely could have been worse for me, and I wanted to just share this story, even though I didn't give you every single detail of what this story entails, because a lot of it is very personal, and it was very hard to actually come out and tell you this story, because it's a very touchy situation for me. It really is showing how silly women are when they're in love. If this story was good for you, or if any other story that you've seen on my page is good for you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so that you know when I post another video. Thank you so much to all of my followers. Thank you so much for staying in tune to want to know what's happening with me. I know enough I want to just fast, but I love it anyway, because this is what makes a good. This one is coming from my heart. Not that the others weren't, but this one hit a different type of nerve, because I'm telling you, I was all in, I was full in, I was ready to just be at a different space and a different be in a different relationship with this person. And so I really thought, yes, we were onto something, yes, we were building something. And looking back at it now, I realized we were not building jack, because he made no effort, he showed no signs of nothing. But sometimes we see what we want to see, we believe what we want to believe, because that's what we want. And we women, my message for you today, we women and some men, we need to recognize game. We need to recognize the red flags and stop collecting them. We need to recognize when people are not for us but are using us. We need to not idealize or idolize people and the things that we want from people, but recognize them for who they are and what they bring to the table. Do not expect too much, but expect a lot. And just wanted to share that with you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment below. Thank you so much for watching Life with Joe. See you next time. Bye.